Hi crafty friends, it's Tracy Hines, aka Nanner Banana, and today we are making some little tabs to go on the Edith Holden journals that I'm working on for my craft fair that I'll be doing in November. So I thought I would turn the camera on and bring you guys along as I work on these. There we go. And the idea is they will just slide onto the edge of the page here, just like so. Or it could go on the top. I'm gonna actually change the direction of the things I'm using to decorate with, but that's the concept. I made two so far, and I actually like the longer ribbon poking out. Now this might be good for the top though, but I think I'll be putting them along the side. So I'm going to try and orient everything differently on this next one that I make. So if you have a well tail punch, I just use some scrap file folder pieces and cut out a few pieces of that into the well tail shape. And we lay these out. I'm going to try and make most of these all at once. So once my video is over, I'll have all of them made that I need or close to it. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So while we're doing this, I'm going to talk about other things, and then when we get to a point that I'm doing a step, I'll go over that step. So the first thing I'm going to do is stamp a background on these. You don't necessarily have to do that, especially if you use like scrapbook paper. It would already have a design on it. But since I was trying to use up offcuts of a manila folder, I'm going to go ahead and stamp something on here to give it a little bit more interest. And the stamp you can see just says to someone special, but no one will even really see that. And I'm doing it at an angle that way. Again, it just looks like script is what I'm going for. And it also shows how, you know, they sell those script stamps. But if you've got a sentiment stamp in your stash, you can pull that and just use that and just do it at a different angle, or have it hang off a little bit, and then you're not out having to buy yet another item to do embellishment. So I want to thank everyone that's been watching my Dollar Tree hauls and journals that I've made to participate in the Dollar Tree Junk Journal Challenge. I'm blown away by the number of views, likes, and comments. You guys, that is just amazing that you have time to take time out of your day like that and are actually like spending it with me, because I know everybody's time is super valuable to them. And those were not actually like tutorials, so I mean, you were just watching them to see what I'd made. So thank you so much. That means a lot. I do think I'm going to start doing, it may not be every Thursday, but I'll do a haul on Thursday of Dollar Tree or Five Below. And, you know, that may change over time. Sometimes it might be a vintage haul. And then on Friday, I will show you what I made with it. I know I've had a few people in my comments ask about how to do different things, so I may make it where if I do the haul on Thursday, maybe Friday's video would be showing how to do some of the things, and then Saturday would be the finished product, something like that. That way, if there's people that would like to see the whole process from start to finish, they're able to, it'd be kind of like a tutorial too, is what I'm trying to say. with that in mind, when I make journals for myself, I don't usually make a lot of embellishments to put in them because I like to make that as I go along, because I usually journal every day. And so some pages are literally just me writing. Some days it's maybe a creative layout, and I will have seen something that another creator's made, it inspired me, and then I make one. And hopefully that's what I do for the people that watch my videos, is that you find something that I'm doing inspiring, and then it makes you want to either make exactly what I make, or it's a jump off point to make it your own, things like that. But I wanted to mention that, and I'd love your feedback in the comments on this video, because I love interacting with you guys in my comment section, and that would be really helpful for me to know, like, do you guys want to see, is that something you even want to see? Would you rather me get back to more like a one theme a month setup, which I will tell you, my next month, so August, I am going to launch a mushroom theme, and I'm going to be making multiple journals again. They are for the craft show, but these will be a bit more decorated, because besides doing like the one signature journals, I also want to have some journals that are multi-signature and fully dressed. So, you know, someone who maybe is familiar with junk journaling might want something like that versus a single signature. So that was the kind of the thought process there on doing that. And excuse me, I have some hauls coming your way too. So I finally broke down and went to Five Below. I typically don't shop there, but I broke down and went because I heard they had a lot of strawberry shortcake items and things like that, and I was pleasantly surprised. And honestly, they must know that there's a lot of us out there that like to junk journal, because they have, and at least at mine, have kind of created a section of like stationery, stickers, scrapbook paper, and different things like that. So I'm going to do a haul on that. Now I'm going to also make a strawberry shortcake junk journal, but I may or may not take you along on that one. I am going to use material out of my stash, and it'll be a quilted cover, and those are really hard to film, but I might go ahead, if I have the time and I'm able, do that with the strawberry shortcake. That being said, I'm also have for September, I think I'm going to do a junk journal haul where it's from Dollar Tree. I've already bought the items, and it is Halloween theme, but it's super cute Halloween. It's pink and black, and it's ghost, and they're just really cute. So I think for September I'll do my haul video showing what I'm going to be using, and I will definitely take you completely along on that one. So you will have an and I may do the haul before September, so you'd have a chance to get in there and get these items because of how quickly things sell out at the Dollar Tree. But and that way, if you wanted to follow along as I'm making it, I'm going to show you from scratch. So it'll be sort of like that orange and pink journal that I did recently from Dollar Tree. It's going to be along those lines, and I had several people ask for a tutorial for that. And I'm going to set my sewing machine up as I'm doing it right here, and I'll try to do my camera angle as best I can so you can see what I'm doing with my sewing machine, and hopefully it'll turn out well and it'll be a good tutorial. That's the whole thing. That's the hope. All right. And hopefully this video doesn't end up being super long. I know everybody kind of likes those shorter videos versus a really long one because we're all busy. But this is a super easy thing to make, not hard at all. And it's just another little thing I can add to those journals. I want these are like at my lowest price point possible. I'm being very aware of like what I'm using to make the items that are going in it, so I can have little to nothing in making them because I'm using scraps. But so you can see just this alone, if that's all you did, would be a cute little tag for the side of a page. But then the next step that we're going to do is add ribbon, and I want to have this be a total of 4 inches. So I'll just use my little measuring mat here and cut these strips. Hopefully I've got enough to do all of them. If not, I'll have to get some different ribbon besides just this to use. But hopefully I will have enough for all of these. And if not, I may have to adjust what I'm doing a little bit. This is when I mass make, I do one step at a time, and I just do it for all of them. It makes it go a whole lot quicker. Usually I will just pause the video so you guys don't have to watch this part. So let me do that. And you see that I'm cutting these into 4-inch strips. When I come back, I will have that all completed. Okay guys, I got all of my ribbon cut, and the next step is we are going to glue these onto the tabs. So let's do that, and I just put a little bit of Fabri-Tac down. Now, you don't have to use Fabri-Tac. I use the Tombow Mono Aqua on the ones I did last night. But for the purpose of filming, it is always helpful to have it be a little quicker for you guys, so you're not having to watch me hold things in place as they dry. And the Fabri-Tac definitely dries very quickly. All right, so we've got that down. That part's finished. Our next step is cutting our crochet lace ribbon, and I picked this up at the Dollar Tree, but I love this lace. It's so versatile. And then we are just going to glue that on each side as well, just like that. You can see the way this is made, there's the tab. I'm just taking it to the top of the tab and then flipping it over, and I'm doing the same thing on the back. You might hear a little background noise. My daughter stopped by. Her birthday's tomorrow. So we're going to visit after I finish filming. But you know how Luke is. He might be in the background doing his thing because he certainly likes to make sure you guys know he's here. All right, so this one, like I said, I'm going to try and change the orientation a little bit and have my items going vertically instead of horizontally. Let me go ahead, and the next step is we're going to add an eyelet, and we need to make sure we get it down here in the lace section because this is also helping hold all the pieces into place. I just center it, and there we go. Let me get one of my eyelets, and I'm going to have this be the front. Doesn't matter which side you choose, but there will be one side that looks a little prettier than the other. So that's what the back looks like, and that's what the front looks like. And then you could do like a bulb pendangle if you want on these. Now we get to do the fun part, which is decorating. All right, I think I'm going to do this and that for this side maybe. I don't know if I like the yellow since there's yellow. Let's try this one. That's cute. All right. And technically you wouldn't have to decorate both sides. I just like the idea of it being decorated on both sides, so I pulled enough. These are the mini field notes, and it's Tim Holtz. I will have that listed in the description for you guys to go check out. All right, there's that. Then we'll come over here, put another one down. Can't believe my daughter is 32 years old. Oh my goodness, it makes me feel old. Makes me feel old. Oh, look, she took Luke for a walk. How awesome is that? He is gonna eat that up. All right, guys, so here's the finished product. So this is how it'll go on the page. Let me move my paper here, and you can see how it's gonna look. It just slides on, and then I'll actually be gluing these on, obviously. But then you just put it over that. There we go. Help it along there. Okay, so then you just slide it on. You could glue it, staple it, whatever your preference is, and then it's on both sides. So when you flip it over, you see it as well. All right, let me know in the comments what you think of this embellishment. Are you going to try making one with your scraps? And don't forget to keep it cute, keep it crafty, and keep making something out of nothing. Bye, guys.